Okay, you ready? Welcome to the One More Thing Tech podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Quason.
And I'm Adam.
And as always, today we have another spectacular episode planned for you. Adam, I'm not going to lie to you. This one, I kind of saw coming, but at the same time, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
John Prosser was giving us all the leaks coming up to iOS 2020. What year is it? 26. Good Lord, I don't know why I started struggling right there.
It's early, Quasey. That's all.
It
That's
is
all.
early. But John Prosser was giving us all the leaks, and in a striking turn of events, Adam, he's now being sued by Apple. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Well, let's go back to, I was an avid listener of the Genius Bar. I do watch FTP when he does release an episode. And it's, I'm not 100% shocked because what John seemed to always figure out a way is to find someone at Apple or a supply chain that would give him information that would just give him the edge over everybody else. Mark Gurman is the second one in line for Apple leakers. He's never busted, and I don't know why. He's like in national articles and everything else, but John's targeted so much, and that's just to me, it's a little bit concerning that he's the one that's targeted the most. But I think it's because Mark Gurman is not just accurate all the time. He just kind of says, as I said 10 years ago, or whatever, right? But
Right.
John had like actual iOS 26 pre-dev and alpha stage, I would say, screenshots, basically from a FaceTime call he had with an Apple engineer from iOS, but it wasn't, to my understanding, set up in the way that it was he was leaking to John. It was more of they got information from a FaceTime call, and he used that information for his video. Now, in the past, John has definitely used some sketchy tactics to get what he wants, and that's just here and there. But I'm really curious how this is going to play out. I know the person from Apple's been fired, obviously, for this. I don't think it was his fault. But realistically, why would you be having a FaceTime call in a dev unit? That's kind of
Right.
sketchy a little bit. But um, overall, though, it's kind of interesting to see how this is going to play out. I know John's going to stand his ground for sure. It's what John does the best. But he has been silent besides two tweets, if you've seen them.
I
Can you
did see
pull
the
up your
tweet.
screen for this? Actually, I want to share that. Yeah, it's in the article from 95 Mac. He's actually posted two tweets, and I just want to show the audience this. So he's claiming that this is not how it went down, right? He did not plot to access anybody's phone and was unaware how this uh, situation played out or how it was obtained. I don't know if I completely believe him there 100%, but it's interesting to see how this is just rolling out. I mean, do you think that John's gonna win this case or not?
Okay, really quick, just before that. Are they still called tweets? Because, it's not Twitter anymore.
What are they called?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Hold on, let me. Are they still called tweets?
uh,
Post and repost. So we're going to call them tweets and retweets.
yeah, yeah. Let's just not do that. Oh, I like that. I
But but I'm not gonna lie to you. This is shocking because obviously, yeah, John did have some things that he probably shouldn't have had, and he did recreate it. And when I was watching the video, he was like, "Yes, these are not actual screenshots; these are recreations from what I remember and all that." And obviously, Apple's gonna fire that dude. But is it John Processors? Is it John Prosser's fault? I don't think so. Um, because he claims he didn't know that it was gonna go down how it went down. You know what I mean? Sure, a little bit suspicious because why is this guy FaceTiming you from a phone that he probably shouldn't have access to? You know what I mean? But um,
well, the guy that did it though was an Apple iOS engineer, so he is supposed to have it.
oh, was it?
Yeah, it's not even that. I think it's just perhaps during the call he like swiped out, went to the home screen, and seen that. Now, what John does very well, I'll say this, is he recreates what he's seen. So it's not going to show you the direct screenshot or the direct CAD or whatever of the actual unit. He is showing you what he recreates. And
Right.
obviously, what he made is super close to what Apple actually really had. So maybe they transcribe that as, hey, that's a direct screenshot or whatever the case is. I would say this, though. Apple has it's a weird state with Apple does with leaks, right? They don't want people to leak their stuff, right? Because competition and the lack of surprise when things come out. But as we all know, I think Apple utilizes this to their advantage because it's free hype and free advertising. When you get that hype way in advance, now you really want that thing now. You don't want to
Right.
wait. So I I think they need to leave people alone with this because it's not like they're going to an Apple facility, breaking in the middle of the night and like taking screenshots and everything of what they're doing. That's excessive. But
So
like,
that is crazy.
and he showed more of the camera app icon and some of the UI stuff. It wasn't like a complete like, oh, with this information, people are gonna just take this and run with it and do whatever they want with it. It's not even that. I would say because Samsung made fun of liquid glass, so they're not going to do it yet, at least. Um, but I don't think what was leaked was that treacherous of a like it's going to ruin Apple if this is out soon. Do you think so?
Right. You know, the way it worked for me, because I look at like every leak, right? And maybe that's not me. Maybe I'm just the small percentage of weirdos in the world. But the way it works for me is the second I saw that first iOS 26 leak, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for this to come out. I can't wait to try out the new link. I lied. I didn't like the squircles. Let me make that extremely clear. I did not like the little circle squares that John Prosser was recreating at all. I thought those looked absolutely horrendous. And if they were in iOS 26, I was never going to upgrade. But as for like the rest of it, dude, all the features look so cool. And it just built up so much hype for me. And then obviously, you could tell I was excited to speak about it when we got that chance. So I don't think that Apple should be, well, obviously they need to crack down because of like it's their stuff. They're trying to keep it as much like if it was just speculation, I could see why it'd be crazy to crack down on them. But he had the full product, and that can be an issue when it comes to trying to protect your stuff. Because now, while Samsung would have had to wait till June, they're seeing it back in March and they're getting all these leaks. Now they know exactly what Apple's doing and they can start basing their next product. They have a head start now, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but tell me, I don't think Samsung copies Apple in the software realm at all. I mean, in my experience, they kind of do their own thing, which is what I want them to do anyway. But I would say more hardware is the key point what they copy the most. Look at their Watch Ultra. I mean, direct copy from the Apple Watch Ultra. Software side,
It
nine
literally
foot.
is.
It's
Like
like
1-to-1 copy of the Apple Watch. Like,
there's the bands even are. I don't know how they're not suing
dude.
them. Like that they could be suing. But then again, they won't because they're a partner with Samsung in the sense of the screens. If you did not know
Yeah.
that, Apple uses Samsung as their supplier for OLED screens. Which,
Not just screens, a lot of other parts too.
yeah, components and everything else. Yeah, it's just a weird state. So, in the realm of leaks, I know we at I almost said Genius Bar, crazy.
Yeah, we are
Crazy
not
that.
genius.
I don't know why I even said that. We at the One More Thing Tech podcast. We like seeing leaks because we want to just give you guys more information ahead of time, but we're not gonna, you know, go out and seek things as of now, at least. Because it kind of ruins things a little bit. And really early on, CADs and things get switched up and changed. And I think Apple does it on purpose. Like at the last possible minute, they did iOS 26, right? And that wasn't a thing until like a day before keynote.
I think it was
So
like a
that
week before
a
because we
week, and it
reported on it.
did. So I think they're just trying to switch things up so whoever has access to this mission information early if it's leaked, they know exactly who it was
Right.
because they know the exact person that had this information, and now it's hard for people to get leaked information. I mean, you see 95 Mac rumors everywhere else do this, but John's the one targeted. Now, there has been speculation with John, just so you guys know, that something happened with John beforehand. This is the reason why Sam Cole has separated himself completely. That's why GS stopped, and really they don't do any more collaborations at all. And John's been kind of making like a video or two since then, and that's about it. He's been really under the radar too. So I suspect something's happening besides all this that we don't even know about. We'll probably see light of it in the future, but I'm kind of scared for John a little bit. I like his content. I think it's great what he does. And I wish Apple would just calm down a little bit on the leaks because it's something that we look forward to. I just want to see what the Android's going to do in the future, like the Fold coming out, the iPhone. It's nice to see that. But now they're cracking down more than ever. But I want to see like Mark Gurman be next. That's what I want to see because he does things sketchy every single time. And it's just kind of getting annoying that's just John. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Any final thoughts with this?
Um, my final thoughts are on Mark Gurman, right?
No.
Uh,
Okay.
at this point, I think Mark Gurman just has too many people. You can't crack down on him because he's getting leaks from here and from here and from here, and he's putting them all together because he has so many people leaking to him. Because if you leak to Mark Gurman, you can be sure that you're gonna get a fat payday. It's actually more. It's actually worth more to sneak a picture on that supply line to send to Mark Gurman than it is to keep your job. I'm just letting you know. Like
Sure.
if I was somebody on the supply line and Mark Gurman found my number and texted me, he was like, "Yo, I've got $2,000 a week for you if you keep snapping photos." I'm gonna keep snapping photos.
And that's the other thing I didn't even bring up. So John has been he's been exposed quite a bit from people saying like whatever he promises money for people for leaks or for CADs or 3 miles, whatever. He doesn't quite pay people on time. Is the speculation. Whether that's happening or not, it's between John and whoever else, right? But we
Right.
have like Shay from Concept Central that mentions this and some others too, even Andrew Edwards. So, I mean, which are people that are vastly known to be great what they do and wouldn't probably just say it, right? But that's something else too. So what if that's part of it too? And I the way the Genius part ended, I was not a fan of that because they left so many questions. And I know there could have been something personal that happened between them or whatever, but like give us something more than what they did. That was an off way to end it. Oh, it's sad that we're ending. Great things must come
Yeah,
to an
and
end. See
and
you
you know
guys.
you know what really sucked about that?
I didn't like
The
that.
entire episode they were acting like it was just another any old episode, and then the last 10 minutes I'm hit with the gut punch. Absolutely horrible.
That was the worst way to end a whole show. I mean, it was yeah, and it was definitely Sam who started all that. There's no way that John did that, by the way.
And
But
if we ever end, I don't want to end like that. You know what I mean? Like if
Quakes,
this ever has to come to an end,
I don't want this to ever stop. By the
I
way,
know, but
this is
like
wonderful.
obviously I'm not gonna be doing this when I'm 70. So like when I turn
Why not?
69, when I turn 60, because Adam, when I'm 70, you're gonna be like 100. I don't know if the people if
What?
people want that content.
So why would we stop? That makes it
I
even
don't
better. Because how many people there in their 70s are doing this?
I don't know. What?
Exactly. Let it be us. We'll be the first, okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't be like the rest of the people and just give up. No, let's not do
All right.
that.
On to the
Okay.
next topic though. So
iPads.
yeah, iPads. Let me just go off on a little bit of a this is kind of related but not related at all. Right here for the first time while recording in like 20 years, I have my iPad with me. Now you'll realize on this side of my iPad there's something missing. What's missing, Adam?
The Apple Pencil.
My Apple Pencil. I have no clue where it is, Adam. I just moved. Okay, so you guys wouldn't know this, but I just moved into a new apartment, and as such, I was picking up all my stuff. I was moving out. I put all my tech to one side. And as I'm going through it, I'm like, yes, this goes here. This charger goes with this. This Apple Watch charger goes in this little Apple Watch stand that I have. Yada yada yada. Wait a minute. Where's my Apple Pencil? Search the entire apartment, Adam. My Apple Pencil's lost to time. It's
Take
really
going back
unfortunate.
to the previous apartment to see if it's there.
Yeah, no, like I was checking that before I moved over here. Like I
Oh,
put all my stuff to the side before I moved here. So now I'm gonna have to shell out a light $79
I mean,
and get
if
the
one
app.
thing should have like precision find my, it's gonna be that.
Well, the other I think the new Apple Pencil does. It's just not the
Yeah,
one I
but
have.
here's the issue. The like the battery does not gonna last more than a day with them.
Oh, you must be talking about the new pencil.
I have a Pro Pencil. I don't know whatever one with the M1 iPad Pro.
I think you
That
just have the Apple Pencil second generation.
that's probably what I have. I don't know. I just whenever I want to use it, it's always dead. But then again, it could be like weeks
Do you keep
between.
it attached? Cause dude,
No,
I'm not gonna lie to you. One time I left my Apple Pencil off the thing for a month. I came back, snapped it on, it still had 20%. Like the Apple Pencil's battery life is one of the greatest things
I
ever.
have to just maybe check that out because it could just be that I have it detached and it's just been weeks and it's dead. I always feel like when I want to use it, it's just not ready to go. That's all. That's all. I like it though. Have you okay? Question about the Apple Pencil, and for the listeners, have you ever replaced the tip on it yet?
I have, yeah,
What? How do
multiple
you go
times.
through a tip? What are you doing?
Um, Sometimes they would just like screw themselves off and get lost.
So lost. Not that it just stopped working or you wore it
No,
down enough.
no. But my older
Oh,
brother dropped his Apple Pencil and like the actual tip under the tip, you know where you screw the tip off, that tip got bent, so you have to go buy a new one, which is unfortunate for him. It could not be me.
yeah, yeah. That sucks. Okay, I'm just curious out there. If you have an Apple Pencil any generation and the tip is on there, besides losing it if it falls off, have you ever had to replace it because of wear and tear? That's my question. If you have, let us know. Because they give you like what, two tips besides what they came with, right? So you have three.
No, it actually doesn't come with any tips,
Mine did.
so that's just not true. Hold on, let's watch an
That's
Apple
very
Pencil
true.
unboxing.
That's 100% true.
Hold on, Adam, we're gonna watch this unboxing.
Hold up here.
Guys, this is top tier content you're about to see.
Wow. First generation comes with a single spare tip. The
If,
second
if
generation,
anything,
any.
yeah. We're not gonna watch any of these. You already gave the
Wow.
answer.
As if that's gonna cost them like way too much to give you another tip.
Dude, the tips are not expensive at all. I went to
Like,
the Apple store in the Philippines and I got four tips for about $20. So
how much? Four for 20?
no, sorry, $10. $10.
Okay. Well, that's a little better, but
Well,
wow.
it's Apple.
I know. I know. I mean, they have a cloth that's $20, by the way.
Insane.
Hey, I have one. I have two actually.
Oh no, they are selling them for 20 or for $20.
Would you like to be the person at Apple that has to update the website for compatibility for the Apple cloth? Now it's compatible with the
The Apple
iPhone.
cloth is so bad. Well,
It's actually
it's a
not
nice
though.
polishing cloth,
It really is.
but for the price,
Oh yeah.
paying $20 for this.
Want to hear a funny story about this?
This is even worse. Go ahead.
I I received an Apple cloth for a gift for Christmas from a certain coworker. And it's probably not who you think. It's the one on the end, if you can remember who that was.
Yeah.
And he never told me that he did this. So here I am at my house to get a package from Apple. First of all, signature required. So I didn't get when I was supposed to because I wasn't home. I hate that, by the way, that they do that stuff. Any case, so I'm finally on a Saturday home and I get it. And it just says, it's from AI in Texas, whatever, right? And I open it up
Yep.
and here is the Apple cloth. I'm like, I didn't order this. My name's on, but I didn't order nothing. I'm looking through my email. I don't see any orders about this on Amazon or Apple or Best Buy or anywhere. And I'm like, how do I have this? So I'm calling Apple. I said, hey, I had this Apple cloth that I got. I didn't order. I'm not sure why I have this. And then look up the order number. They said, yeah, we can't find out the order number. We don't know what's going on here. They finally look at like this one barcode that shows a location code. And that location warehouse could identify the order, and only that warehouse could do this, apparently. And I found out that a coworker sent me this. And months later, he finally told me about it. I'm like, I almost returned this because I didn't know what's going on here. I thought it was like a prank, and that I might have had some like, some type of a virus on it that's gonna kill me, and no one's just gonna ever know who it came from. I don't know. In any case, I still have it, and it's nice. Would I pay for that again? Probably not. I did buy one just because I wanted to see how well it was. That's all.
Right.
I want to see if it was even worth buying. When I buy a third one, absolutely not. Not gonna do it. But in any case, um, iPads. That's where we first started with this whole conversation, Quasey.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. The iPad Pro that's coming out this year is gonna have the M5 chip, which I cannot wait to see. That's just incredible. Here's the kicker, Quasey. It's the last two or three words. Two front-facing cameras.
So that's 4 words.
Two. That is two front cameras. Three. How about we read the title correctly? So yeah, two front cameras. What are your thoughts?
I don't see the need. Like, obviously, I see the need for. Actually, I don't see the need for the new chip. To be honest with you, the M2 was great. The M3 was great. M4 is insane. The M5 is just going to be absolutely bonkers, right? So let's get that out the way. That's
Okay.
obviously the biggest upgrade coming to this thing. Two front-facing cameras is very interesting because, right? I believe that they are going to be in the same landscape orientation, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I lied. It's gonna have it on. According to the article, it's gonna have one in portrait mode and landscape mode for
Well,
Face ID
yeah.
to work
The
either
next
way.
pen's down. Okay.
But here's the thing. Where's my phone at? I have no my phone's at. If I take my phone and I'm holding it in landscape mode, it's still gonna do the Face ID. You know what I mean? So I really don't see the appeal for like putting another camera there just for Face ID.
Is it for spatial video? I wonder.
No, because the cameras would have to be right on top of each other, if you remember. That's why they changed the iPhone 16 to have the cameras right on top of each other so that they can support spatial video, and the iPhone
Hmm.
15 can't. You need a vertical stacked camera. And go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why it needs to have it too. Is it going to be awful? Probably not. Is
Yeah,
it
you're
going
probably not gonna
to
notice the difference.
what they're going to use it for, like making 3D models, and that's my only guess for capture of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't even know what it's going to be. What's the megapixel? What's the size of it? What's the aperture? Like, that stuff we would like to know too. But once again,
It would be nice to know,
John
yeah.
Prosser is probably not going to be telling us anytime soon. Do you think John's going to be back after this? By the way,
Absolutely.
you think so? Like,
See, here's the thing with the United
from
States of
jail.
America. I don't think he's gonna go to jail.
But here's the thing: you don't even see in the article what he's being sued for, the amount. They're charging an amount, but not what that is. Is it because it hasn't been disclosed yet, or there hasn't been the court case yet? I don't know. But usually there's like, they're suing him for so much money.
Right.
I want to see what they're suing him for. As if Apple needs money. It's just a principle. I get that. But
Yeah, I know. They're just trying to make sure that they see John Prosser get stung, and people are gonna start thinking twice. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't post this leak. I don't
Yeah,
really have 45 million in my bank
it
account to give
just
to Apple.
shows that John's leaks are probably the most accurate now. That's what that tells
Definitely,
me. They wouldn't
definitely,
react if it wasn't the case. That's all I'm saying.
dude. They're
Completely
in like
back to
panic mode.
they are. I mean, they can calm
I'd be
down a
too.
little bit.
It makes sense.
It does, but who's copying Apple and OS? Nobody.
Really, nobody. I don't.
No one.
Obviously,
Hardware,
people are going to
yeah,
take some features like the dynamic island. Everybody, every Android user every Android manufacturer is
and they.
taking that, and horrible execution. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It,
I
it,
know.
it is some of the most piss poor execution I've ever seen of anything in my life. I think I saw one from Paco, and it was they had like
Like
you don't know
Taco
that company,
Place?
huh?
Is it Taco Place? Paco?
No.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, that's from Xiaomi. Paco is a Xiaomi phone,
oh, okay.
but obviously you can't get Xiaomi in the United States of America, so uh, Paco is the
You.
brand that you can get it from. No, because remember in 2017, Donald Trump
Oh, I
was
know, I
like,
know. But you can
not that
just
I
like
can, but
buy it over there, right? And just
you
bring it
can
over, right?
import it, but
Yeah, you
too much
just
of a hassle, dude. I don't even like getting out of bed in the morning. Why would I? Why would I go import a phone from overseas?
people will do it just because they're not supposed to, though, right?
Right. You tell them you
There's no
can't
way
do
that
this, and they're like, heck if I can't. Let me try to do it. But
then
like
he's
I
gonna
was,
say,
go ahead.
and then he's gonna say, you can't swim across the ocean, can you?
Mm.
Yeah, that's a
But like I was saying,
way,
it
but
was like a little hole punch cut out in the top left corner of the phone. And then they would have the dynamic island come out of that. And when I tell you the animation wasn't fluid, it looked choppy. And you know, I expected more from Android OS, but it was it was just horrible. Piss poor performance is the only way I can
well,
describe it.
have you seen with Dynamic Island? There's times where apps are optimized for that, and it's like things are behind where they shouldn't be. If that
Uh,
makes sense.
I've never personally dealt with that, but then again, I've only had the dynamic island since it came out on the 15, right after the 14 Pro. So
Okay, well, for me, like my app of the week is gonna. I'll bring it up in the app of the week, but for me, there's things that just doesn't really work with that so well, and I wish they would just fix that. Did you ever? Okay, do you have the app, Quasi? This is completely off topic, but it's kind of nice still. Do you remember the app called Hit the Island?
that's exactly what I was gonna bring up. That's
No,
exactly what I was gonna bring up.
wonderful, wonderful app. I should play
Beautiful
it more.
use of the
I
dynamic
should
island.
change that to app of the week, but no, I have mine set. But in any case, yeah, Hit the Island is a great execution of using that. I just wish that certain apps would the UI would work with that in a better way because it's like
Right.
really everywhere now. And there's times it's like things are behind it still, or it's cut off sometimes, or when you watch like a YouTube video, it cuts out some of the content. I wish that the optimization was done to fix that in some apps. That's what I'm saying. But other than that, I don't mind it. But I do think in the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to see it go away, according to the leaks that we hear, not from John Prosser, but from other people. Um, what are you excited for that, or do you want it to stay?
I I think my thing is back in 2023, I was watching John Prosser, I was watching Front Page Tech, right? And I was watching a lot of people, and the leaks came out that the iPhone 14 was gonna have the little eye thing, right? The
Mhm.
pill cut out with the little hole punch. And I thought that was really cool. And then when Apple actually came out and the way they executed it, and it was the dynamic island, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen because they turned something that should have been ugly into a feature. I thought that was awesome. And I was gonna buy the 14 Pro right there if my bank account would have let me. But I was broke. So I waited and I bought the 15. And with my 15, I gotta say, I was absolutely shocked at how good they transform the dynamic island. Like when you're not using it, you don't realize that it's there. But
Yeah,
when you are, like it's so useful. I use it to see my timers all the time. You press and hold. You can swipe the dynamic island to get rid of the timer. or get rid of like music that you're playing, and I think it's just a really helpful feature. So the fact that they're gonna get rid of it here in a couple of years kind of saddens me a little bit, but I know that Apple's gonna have something great in store. Hopefully, if they just get rid of my favorite, because I don't want to say it's my favorite feature, but it's one of my favorite features. If they just get rid of one of my favorite features, and like they don't say anything about it, and they just keep moving on with their lives, I'm be a little bit hurt. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I will be a little bit hurt. I'm gonna be like, wow, I can't believe my favorite company has betrayed me like this. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna like be kicking and screaming, and I'm gonna be inconsolable. So hopefully they
Well,
won't do it.
it's going to go from that to a hole punch then to nothing, is what the leaks state. For me though, I remember seeing that keynote for Dynamic Island, and it was just incredible. I was not expecting it to be that was pristine, fantastic, and how that was just executed. And I don't think apps utilize it like they should. It's not just a like here's a area that's just black forever. It can be utilized just kind of like the touch bar in a sense with certain applications using it. They just really don't. But I'll be sad a little bit. But then again, I kind of want to get back to a spot where we have an all screen display with nothing in the way because apps don't update like they should to utilize that area. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So, back to the iPad. We keep going on topic. It's fine though. I am like you said the M5 is not necessary. You'll be seeing that in the next 2 years about the next chipset too.
Dude, I'm
That
gonna say it every year.
the M,
Ever since the M3, there's no point in upgrading.
I have the M1 on my iPad. I gotta tell you, like I have never, ever experienced slowness. It is just so fast.
Mm.
It's like a mouse running from a cat. It's super fast. And man, I gotta say, Apple's chipset. I'll say it again. I love it. They do great every single year, and I just can't wait to see what they do next. I mean, you know, doesn't it just kind of like make you think in your head, how could they make it even better than next year in 1 year's time?
And then they still do it anyway. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know how they do that.
Sure, it's
That
only
is
it's only
crazy.
15 to 20% improvements,
That's massive when
but
you
you gotta
think about it.
understand that is so crazy.
If your car goes 200 miles an hour and then next year it can go 20% faster, that's a lot.
Yeah,
You're still breaking the speed limit. I mean,
well, obviously.
that's just it's just to me, it's a huge feat and they do it every single year and they make it like it's just I don't know. They can make the last year's chipset feel like why would you even bother? So they're really good at doing it, by the
Oh
way.
no, I think you
They
should
just
still bother with the M1 Pros and the M2 and
well,
the
I agree.
M3.
But they just know how to sell that so well. That's what they're
Right.
really good doing. So in any case, iPad Pro, did you hear about this iPad Pro too, which is not on the show notes? They're gonna make a much larger 15-inch screen iPad Pro as well. I'm
Yes.
not saying this year, but might be next year. I don't know if we got that confirmed this year at least. But what are your thoughts, Quasey? I know you're gonna jump on that, aren't you?
Probably not.
Is that larger than your MacBook currently?
15 inches?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
My
That might
MacBook
be
is a 14
excessive.
inch one.
But then again, it would be great to have something like that, though. I mean, seriously, like you could have a movie night with friends with that screen size.
Yeah, but like
It's so
that's the
large.
only reason you would get it. Speaking of movie nights though, I don't know if I mentioned last week. I know we talked about me seeing a movie at his place, but I just gotta take a step back and like as I was thinking about it, that was an elite experience. Like
Have
maybe I
your
was I,
favorite
I
movie
was
as well.
blinded by just the movie that we were watching because it was Inception. We were watching Inception. It was my first time ever watching Inception.
Never seen it before.
And Leonardo DiCaprio is just like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's the greatest actor of all time. And it was directed by Christian Bale, who or Christopher Nolan, sorry.
It
Christian
was
Bale is Batman.
Batman.
That'd be so interesting to watch. But it was directed by Christopher Nolan, who's my personal favorite director of all time. So,
He's
I
outstanding.
was just in for a good time the entire time. And I think it was more of the fact that we had so many people there and it was like a community thing and we were all
Oh,
feeling our butts get kicked, if you know what I mean. Um,
I do know what you're saying. Yes.
like for those of you that don't understand, he had this thing I'd never heard of before called butt kickers in his seat, right? As we were being shot, not we, I felt like I was being shot, but I wasn't really being shot. You know what I mean? As the people were getting shot in the movie, my entire chair was rumbling. It's a great experience, except for the fact that I didn't want to be shot. That's the only thing.
His audio for his speaker setup too is
Elite,
unreal. Movie theaters wish they can get to that state. I mean,
elite.
there are some that are better, but it's not many. I would say less than 3% of all theaters that exist probably
Mm.
compete with what he has. And he's not trying to do like that. He just appreciates exceptional audio and video. And he will tell you if you ask him that he prefers better audio than video. He will watch crappy audio or crappy video and have the best audio possible. So like, yeah, I used to go every Thursday to watch movies at his house, and I had not been able to because it's just it's too far away now, and I
But
have
you
family
haven't
and all that
watched
other stuff.
Inception?
I've not seen it. I I haven't. If you want to watch something from Christopher Nolan, yes, is Tenet. I, if you watch that without being confused, you're elite in the brain. It
Mm.
is super like, well, it's like goes backwards and forwards, and you're watching things that you think they're happening now before it happened, and it is nuts. Like, imagine the actors trying to act that. That's got to be
Oh,
itself a
literally.
feat of inspiration I wish we all had. Any case, it's yes, the iPad Pro is something I'm looking forward to. Um, as said before, if they take the iPad Pro feature set, right,
Right.
put into the mini, would you get that?
Without a doubt. Without question.
Okay,
The
what if the
second
iPad
it
mini?
comes out,
What if the iPad mini comes out the same day as the iPhone Fold?
without question, I'm getting the iPad mini. Without question. Because first off, it's going to be a couple $100 cheaper.
A couple hundred, right? You mean 1,000?
It might be 1,000. But
But
on top of that,
and they could, right? The iPad mini case and everything does not limit them to what they could do with it,
literally,
right? The chipset will fit definitely in an iPad mini, and
it's just the display that's the
I
issue right now.
just I want them to do that. I would love to see iPad Pro hardware, except of course the actual board in a mini. They could do that.
Probably good.
Not saying they couldn't. Any case, how about maybe the next topic?
Oh, yes.
What do you think? We're
While we're on the
so far
topic,
for this.
we're actually not on this next topic, but let's talk about it.
Oh, I'm
iPhones.
ready for this.
iPhone 17, Adam. What's the big story with the iPhone 17 this year? What's the new model?
So the newest model is the iPhone Air, which has been confirmed in leaks. And once again, I do not understand why it needs to be thinner, but once again, what they're going to do it anyway. And because of this, people are asking the same question constantly. And feedback I've seen, not with us, but other people, in forums and everything else. Because of this new thin product, what is the battery capacity? Because it has to be smaller because it's not the same battery as they had before. Wait, you ready for this?
I wasn't when I saw it.
Made me sad. 3,000 milliamps.
No, actually, it's 2,800. That's below what the iPhone 12 had, mind you.
I think the Apple Watch has a higher capacity. You said it's awful. Um,
That's an understatement. It is
I've
horrendous,
never
abysmal.
I've never wanted Apple to reduce battery mAh. I think they need to increase it, to be honest.
Nobody's asking for a reduced battery life, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the play is here. I don't
Well,
understand it.
they got you, Quasi. They're gonna make a battery case just for this product
just for this product.
to combat the abysmal battery that they're going to give you. I,
You know,
uh,
and the thing is, they're gonna market it to us like this. We have a new iPhone Air, and it's the most cutting edge technology, and it's so thin, and it's so wonderful. But just in case you need that extra bit of juice in the day, because it's not gonna last you past 2 p.m. Just in case you need that extra bit of juice, we have a case that's gonna make it thicker, put a battery on the back, and give you that additional battery power. And then at that point, your phone's just gonna be just as thick as the regular iPhone 16 or
I,
17.
you know what's even more interesting to me? I have heard exactly one person tell me that they would get the Air
Makes no
this
sense.
year.
Makes no sense.
I, I mean, we're not just talking about reduction in battery, right? The camera,
No,
it's
we're losing a camera.
losing the camera, and guess what they're also going to do? I'm going to guess they're not going to put like the same power as the Pro in this model. It's like right between the base and the Pro.
Okay, here's the
I
thing though. They're all getting the new they're getting up to 120 hertz refresh rates, which makes it so that it's an even worse deal to get the Air. Because if I can get
well,
all these features on a regular iPhone, why am I buying the Air?
okay. Here's your question too, because the leaks state that the Air is going to cost more than the base model.
Exactly.
So you're telling
Doesn't
me
make sense.
we're going to reduce everything? I mean, just everything. I we might give you the same buttons. That's about it. And guess what, guys? We were just so happy to announce that the Pro is cheaper than this model.
Dude, it's like for a higher price, you can get less features and you'll like it. No.
The only thing that this might be better at is my phone. Like if I drop my phone, it does this like a feather. I can catch it before it falls down. I'm sorry, we're really bashing this so badly.
I
Like,
know
is
it's
it gonna
probably
be a
not
phone
that
that
bad of a product.
is it gonna be a phone that's like treacherous and everything? Maybe not, but I, as you know, Quasi, love having my phone not like low battery.
Dude, Adam doesn't
Opposite of
let
my
his phone get
wife.
below 80%.
My wife said this weekend, and she's just playing with me. She's like, "My phone battery's at 97%." I'm like, "Get the emergency charger." Obviously, that wasn't a bad thing at all, but it was more like I come home from work and she could be 4 feet from the charger, and her phone's at like 18% because she's using it like crazy. It's like you can use it like crazy. It's great, but just plug it in or get like a power bank or something. You know,
Yeah,
I
you gotta get you one of
it
those.
makes me cringe because like yeah, I hate it. Any case, um, this phone, I'm just not getting it. Like if it was given to me from Apple to keep for free,
Yeah, you know, I
I I wouldn't. I would return it. I would sell it or whatever. I could not. I will not.
see, I don't know. I definitely use it as a review unit and then, put in a frame
Well, I would do
and be like, this
that.
is Apple's thinnest phone that doesn't bend. And,
And is it
just be
titanium or
framed
is
to
it
my
going to be
house.
aluminum? I don't even know that.
I couldn't tell you.
Me either. But okay, here's a question. I know the answer. I just want to ask anyway. iPhone Fold comes out this year. It
I'm not getting
doesn't.
either of those.
If you had the choice of the Fold or the Air, what are you doing?
Well, obviously, it just makes sense to get the phone at that point. You're already
I would do
shelling
the
out,
same thing.
X amount of money. You might as well get two cameras. You might as well get
Double
that
the
bigger
battery.
battery. Like, dude, I just can't understand how you can sell a phone with less features for more money. Like when
It's got to
Sam's,
be. It's got to be influencers and
dude,
probably female influencers, not to be like whatever. I just think this is not something that people were. I think it's going to be a flop. But then again, it might not be. It might be the most selling iPhone they've ever had, and I would be completely shocked.
dude, I would be mind boggled. Like I just don't see that happening.
Well, there
If
was a year that the SE sold more than the Pros and everything else.
Yeah, that was 2020. That was actually the
Yeah,
year I got one.
it's because of you. You put
I
that shit
I
to the next level, right?
no, let me tell you exactly what happened. I got the SE and I was like, oh my god, because my best friend, his name's Jalen. At the time, we were both getting new phones. He had an iPhone 7, and he like needed an upgrade bad. His phone was cooked. It was just horrible, cracks everywhere. He needed an upgrade, right? So my dad bought me the SE on my birthday, and I was like, dude, wouldn't it be crazy if we got the same phone? And so he went to his parents, and his parents got him the same phone as me, and we were just 20. It was the greatest thing ever. And then when I upgraded to my
That's me
15,
though.
he upgraded to a 15, and now I've left him in the dust. You know,
You
and
do have the
it's
Pro.
not his
You do
fault.
have the Pro Max, which I'm so glad you do. It to me, it's like he gets experience a great size phone for a change. You know,
Adam, you're gonna make me upset. You're gonna make me upset, dude. Okay, for those of you that don't know, I spend about 90% of my time on my phone playing Clash Royale because I'm not on my phone that often. But when I am, I'm not using it to make phone calls. I'll be honest with you. I am sitting there playing Clash Royale because what had happened was during the school year, everybody started playing Clash Royale again, right? And all my friends were just beating up on me in this game. Like I'm telling you, I was getting bent over and just spanked. It was bad, right? And obviously, my RA, Isai, I love him to death. But we would be at the floor dinners, and he would be absolutely embarrassing me in front of everybody. I'm talking about he
that's
was
me
he
though.
was winning in about 30 seconds, and I was like, so anyway, I've played to the point where I have entirely too many hours on this game, and I'm entirely too good now, and it's becoming a bit of an
Quasi,
issue. I've been told I need to find a hobby. Go ahead.
I'm a little worse than most people. You know that little like when you first start playing, it's like not the demo of it, but like the whatever the very first thing you play with it.
Right?
I can't get past that.
You can't beat the trainer.
The training, that's what they call it. Yes, I.
That is embarrassing.
That's where I'm at in life. Wait, see,
that is unfortunate.
for me, once again, I I am not a fan of PvP. I'm not good at it. I mean, I'm okay at certain shooters with things, but
Right?
like it's the it's just that there's always this. You will always, as good as you think you are at PvP games,
Someone better than
somebody
you.
will wipe you clean off the face of the earth. And that's when it's not fun. If I was put into a PvP match of whatever game I'm playing, and it was like at the skill set that I'm at, so I can at least have the what's that called? Hope to beat something, then I would actually probably enjoy it. But I get put into matches where it's like Battlefield is a great example. I spawn in, I get sniped. GTA Online, you spawn in GTA Online, and guess what? Someone runs you over with a tank, car, plane, RPGs. It's instant. You know, how is that fun for anybody? You cannot tell me, Quasey, when you lose a game, are you like more happy than ever? Ever? You're probably upset.
Just a little
You're
bit.
probably motivated to win, but when you win, it's a better feeling than losing. So why am I put into a match where I'm going to get destroyed, where I can't learn to be better? Put me in my skill set, and that's what I would like to see. That would probably make it more enticing me to play it. But otherwise, like Call of Duty, could you imagine playing Call of Duty and thinking you're going to win anything? Or Fortnite?
You sound like you're upset.
No, I'm not. I just want to be put into the skill set. Like, if my like, let's say I've lost 200 games and won one, put me in that skill set of people so I can build up and move forward with things. Not just get put into where there's these elite people where they're going to destroy me where I don't want to play ever again. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's a sound compromise. Would you say?
I would say. But there is skill-based matchmaking in pretty much all the games you mentioned. You just have to play an absurd
No,
amount to be able to get to skill-based
not
matchmaking.
Clash Royale. I'll tell you that much.
No, I promise you there is.
Well, then
You
I'm
have
not.
to beat the trainer. You have to beat the trainer.
I think I have to just beat that first and just not suck at it.
Dude, it's gotten to the point where I'm like playing some of the best people in the world, and it's like the worst thing ever. Like I hate my life, but
Yeah.
that's whatever.
But yeah, this iPhone Air. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about it. If you guys might want to get this and why, because I gotta say, if the USB-C port's the thickest part of this thing, besides the cameras, That's a little bit concerning to me, you know?
I'm gonna try not to get upset about that too, but just
Why?
let's keep moving on. Apple Intelligence, our favorite subject.
Yes.
So
What?
this, go ahead.
You know, go ahead. I'll
Okay,
let you start.
so this article that you sent kind of describes how Apple keeps privacy in mind versus the competition, which, to be fair, if you're not doing anything else right, you gotta keep privacy in mind. So, um, it talks about how they use on-device models, which run obviously entirely on the device, if that wasn't, obvious. Um, and they use private cloud compute, which I forget how it works, but I think it it just doesn't retain your information, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Basically, when something goes to Apple servers to compute that task, it goes right back out of there and back to your device. So whatever that computing task was, it's not stored for retention, essentially. They just it just computes and that's it. What is going
Sorry, I
on?
was being dumb. There's like a raise hand button now. I've never seen this before. This is interesting. My
But
apologies.
yeah, that just simply means that when they process requests, it's just to process it on their AI servers essentially and get sent back. So it does not store your information. So let's say you ask Siri, Jason doesn't listen ever. Let's say you ask Siri to um, tell you how much gold it would take for you to buy the Empire State Building, right? That information would be sent to Apple servers. It would find the information for you, send it back, and that's about it. So, but that information about what you just asked does not get sent to Apple, so they can say, "Oh, there's Greg from Analytics. We're going to see what they did today." They're not doing that, according to what we understand. So that's really nice. Go ahead, Quasey, as you were.
So I actually just got a little bit distracted because it appears that there's an extreme heat watch today. Adam, stay safe out there.
Or somewhere
This is
black shirt.
horrendous. This is
Or
like
a
this is
black shirt.
absolutely this is the worst thing ever. I hate this.
Oh, jeez. What's it
However,
supposed to be? What's it supposed to be?
I was looking at it, it said a high of 86, which isn't bad at all.
It's the
Right?
humidity, though. Humidity kills you. I hate humidity.
Let me tell you something.
Ugh.
At my new job, I'm a daycare teacher, right? I don't know if I've mentioned that. But we took the kids outside, right? And I was out there for maybe 10 minutes. And when I tell you, I looked like I just ran a marathon, dude.
I
Like,
went to a pool.
it was so humid. Like, I was literally drenched in sweat. It was, and you know what the thing, let me not say what I was about to say, because who knows if my coworkers are going to watch this. I'll tell you after the recording.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Because if my coworkers watch this, I don't want them to think any different of me. But
Okay.
just drenched in sweat. I had to start wearing dark shirts so that the pit stains weren't visible. Oh goodness, just all around not good.
Yeah. And not any deodorant, to my understanding, to this day, for those days, does anything. Not one.
I can't
You have
help.
to have like
Like I didn't
sponge.
think, thank the Lord. Like but that's about all my
Yeah, I
deodorant
know,
did.
but but even like it's just not fun because your shirt's wet and you can't really stop that either.
And it makes me feel really uncomfortable when my shirt's wet. Like I'm gonna be really honest with you. I hate
Same
when
here.
my shirt's
I
wet.
understand. And you can't go into the bathroom with a hair dryer or whatever they have and just
I know, 'cause
dry it
then you'll
there. It's
actually
not
stink.
exactly. And I hate using those, by
Can't
the
do
way.
that.
Um, Speaking of that, ChatGPT has integration with Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, while
It's
we're
a
on the
great segue.
topic,
Um, Now, this is where people get a little bit iffy with Apple Intelligence. They think because, you know, ChatGPT's privacy policy states they can see what you send to them and all this other stuff, right? But they don't use it or sell it. That's what, quote, quote, they don't do that, supposedly, right? But the the deal that Apple made with OpenAI is the same thing. Whenever there's a request sent, they can process that request on servers, send it back to you, and they do not store it. That is the strict deal they have with OpenAI, and I like that. because most other AI platforms out there just steal the information that you use and send to them, and they, like Google, make money off of that. Except, oh, this is gonna get a little crazy a little bit, but we're gonna do it anyway, basically, because this is just funny. Did you see what Elon Musk announced that Grok is expanding to do?
I have not. Sorry, I don't pay attention to
And
Grok.
you really should, because this is a little bit a little crazy here. I see his tweet that he mentioned eight and let me see if I can find it for you. Essentially, Grok has now companions.
What does that mean?
Did you So it's AI chatbots.
Okay.
So but Elon, which is can just pull it up, look up Grok AI companions and put it on screen. And you'll instantly know what I'm talking about.
Okay. If it'll let me type. If it'll let me type. If it'll let me type. Hello? Okay, so my MacBook is currently broken. This is
Oh,
very shocking. Or maybe it's just the Google Chrome app. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like this. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello? Why is my keyboard not working? All right, let's see. My other keyboard isn't working either. This is very concerning, Adam. This is.
well,
Oh, here we go. Grok
just
Companion.
go to the images. Look up Grok companions.
What the heck am I looking at? I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to put this up
No,
there.
go ahead. There's nothing incriminating
This.
so far about this, right?
Hey, yo. What is it? Hello?
Yeah. So there's one supposedly, I think it's Annie and Rudy is the
Is this
two, and there's
Andy?
more coming soon. I think it's
That's got
Annie.
to be
Yes.
Rudy.
Yeah. Um.
Very questionable.
So in the topic of AI, what they're saying with these two chatbots is whatever you tell them is completely private. Grok employees can't see it. You can't even go back in history and see what you said before. The only thing that is there is whatever you say to it. It can remember things for a conversation later on. So I said, okay, I have Grok. I want to try this thing out, and I've not used it for what people think I'm using it for. I have
Sure, you
actually, I'm
have.
not. I have used it because I want to see if it was good for this exact purpose. I was asking about like Stardew Valley tips and tricks for like which crops to use for the summer, winter, and so on and so on. And then based upon that, I would say like I had this many watermelons and this many pumpkins, so on for my spring crops. Um, what's my yield for that? What should I get for money for that? And what should I get for the next season's crops? How should I progress from here? Like I was just asking a bunch of different questions.
Mm.
And the retention of that, without being in the history, of course, was outstanding. So like when I was getting close to, because they would know, hey, you should be on day, you know, 17 of year two, whatever, right? How your crops doing for this day? You should have got this much. And did you start seeing it for these crops? So you need to be buying for this, and here's how you can get money for that. The way it was giving me information about that was absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. And the retention that I had to have that was outstanding. But you can ask it to not remember certain things too if you wanted to. Maybe you asked it like, or you told it, hey, I'm in Central Time. But now I'm in, the East Coast because I'm on vacation. So I want you to remember that. You can have it do that. But I know there are going to be people that use this for very not good things, as
Mm.
you can imagine, Quasi.
Oh, I can
But
only imagine.
And the one thing is this chatbot is like a flirty chatbot, which makes it even more in
Very
that realm of
questionable.
weird. Yes. So it's something that was interesting. I know we're talking about AI and stuff like that. So this is an example of where there's a second one that's supposedly not retaining what you said as history, and we'll see if that's actually true or not. But if you didn't know about that, yeah, that's the thing that just came out a couple of weeks ago or so. And if you have Twitter Premium, Twitter, if you have Grok or if you have X Plus or whatever they call it, this is included with it. So uh, have fun with that information. uh, But yeah, I was using it for that. I want to see how it was for that, if it can retain that information, and it really does very well at that. It's pretty incredible. As you know, Grok, you can chat with it too and talk to it, and I don't know. I mean, of all the ones out there, I love Grok and how compatible it is and it's affordable. I mean, ChatGPT is like what, $20 a month for the plus or whatever they call it, right? It's kind of expensive.
But you don't even know what their highest tier is, though.
Oh, I
Say
do
about the
know.
$200 a month.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Holy,
Would you ever buy that if money was
absolutely
no
not.
object?
Oh, if money was no object, definitely,
You would.
100%. If money was no object, dude, I'm buying anything.
No, no, what I'm saying is like you have Grok, you have ChatGPT, Perplexity, all these other ones. Why
I'm still using ChatGPT.
why use that one the most?
I just prefer it. Let me tell you exactly why. Obviously, I've always been a big guy in the tech sphere. So in 2023, in like January, or sorry, I lied. In 2022, in like November, I came across this awesome thing, OpenAI. OpenAI sounds like a cool thing. I start using the chat box. Hey, can you tell me what happened at Gettysburg? Right? Gives me a nice little description. Can you write a paper on what happened at Gettysburg? Writes me a cool little paper. Can you change my friend's essay to make it into my essay? For all my teachers,
So,
that's totally not a prompt I used.
okay, but here's my question. I'm not saying that what they do is not good because they are fantastic what they do. What I'm saying though is like do me this favor. Pay for Grok Premium,
Nope.
whatever they call it.
Nope.
Why?
I'm just not paying for something I can get for free.
Can you do it for a month to see the comparison?
Well, how much is it gonna run me?
$7.
Ooh, ooh, Adam, $7 is a lot of money. You're not gonna go to California this weekend. $7 is a lot of money.
Seven
That flight, you
dollars.
know how much I paid for that
Listen,
flight, Adam?
what?
It was like $500.
Okay,
So, the
seven
bank
dollars
account's
is
looking
far
kind of nice.
less than like what you can get at McDonald's as a whole. You can't even buy a straw there for that price anymore.
What are you talking about, Adam?
Look,
I go to McDonald's.
I keep hearing people.
I get the
I
$5 meal deal every time. I get the $5. I get two $5 meal deals, and I walk out.
I that's a whole other discussion for me. I'm not a fan of McDonald's. I won't do it. I actually had their pancakes because my wife finally convinced me to try them. Disgusting. Oh,
I don't.
dry, no
I get
flavor.
the McGriddle.
Felt like it. Oh, it was
McGriddles
bad.
are so good.
It was not good. And they didn't give us syrup, which is another issue that should be like against the law in most countries. They don't do that, but
Yeah,
they did anyway.
I don't know about
They need
that.
butter. It was just dry pancakes that, you know, you could have you could have stopped a flood with those things. It was so dry. It was bad. Any case, um, Apple Intelligence, as bad as it's been for most things, it's not really all here yet. Even still, we can say that what they're really good doing very well is keeping it private. I cannot guarantee 100% that what's sent to Apple servers is um, zero knowledge and stuff like that, but I have to trust it, right? I mean, they are advertising this and they don't want to just say something and just be completely wrong about that and then, get sued like John
Right.
Prosser. We don't want that at all. So I think that this model of using AI is pretty nice, and I like what it does for that aspect. Now, give us a full feature set, we'll be a lot better off with things. But this is something that I want to bring up because you'll notice that, like, could you imagine if Gemini was like this?
Mm,
Never, never gonna be. You'll never see Google's AI be private. It's not
right.
in an encryption or nothing. So having that where most of your data is everywhere online. You see Facebook, Twitter, X, everything else, Instagram, people post everything, what they're eating today, where they go, where they shop, everything else. It's good to have something that is today's standards that it's going to be not online, right?
Right.
That's the best thing about it, and that's how I want to bring this up. So I'm not trying to say that everybody else is awful. I want people to understand that what they do, so you know how competition is, just so you can understand that. Okay,
Okay.
sorry, we went so off topic, but it was great though. I actually really enjoyed it this time.
Okay.
Okay,
Do you want to go ahead or you want me to do it?
you started.
All right. It's time for my favorite segment of every show, Adam. What is your app? Oh my goodness, I'm choking. Adam,
We'll do that.
what is your app of the week?
Stardew Valley for iOS. Well, I guess for Mac too, right? It's also for Mac, right?
I
Almost positive.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's on Apple Arcade, so it's compatible on everything on Apple Arcade.
Do you have this game, by the way?
Let me pull out my gaming device really quick.
Oh, I wonder how it is on iPad. Ooh, I never even thought about that.
It's offloaded right now, unfortunately. I didn't even know
Why would
things
that?
offloaded on here.
Why would
It
that
has
even be
two
something?
offloaded games.
That's
Well, I haven't played it in a
heresy.
minute, that's why.
Heresy.
I
So,
haven't had time. It's a time-consuming game.
oh, it is. So I had this game for like a long time. One of those backlog games that I bought for Steam and bought for my phone, and never really played it. But I gotta say, I got into it just to see because I saw this someone playing like on was it TikTok or something like that. I'm like, man, I'm really getting into cozy games lately. I'll try this out again. And let me tell you, absolutely phenomenal game. If you've not purchased this, I have iOS. I have for my Steam account for my Steam Deck, and it is you can sync. Okay, so what people said is you cannot put less than 50 hours in this game completing the game. If you play this game to completion, it's at least 50 hours. But you can put far more than that. People average 200 plus hours in this game because there's no really end game to it. There's no more campaign stuff, but you can still do farming for each season. There's still quest lines to do that the mines are really deep as well. You can do things there. You can make things just incredible in this game. And I gotta say, for me, this game is just fantastic. It's a great game to just play when you have a little bit of time. You can play on your phone. You can do incredible amount of things. The one thing I wish this did have is cross-platform co-op. They don't really have that at all.
Mm.
Yet, if they do that, this game can be just one of the best games ever created. It's phenomenal. And for iOS, it's $5, one-time fee. If you have Apple Arcade to include with that, for Steam, I think it's $15. It's worth every penny. I love it. It's been such a fun game to play, and Quasi should play at some point. You have it for well, you only have it on Mac and iOS,
No, I
right?
haven't. I just showed you on my iPad.
Well, that's your
Yeah, it's
Apple.
only on iOS for me. Yeah.
You don't have it on Steam though, right?
No, I have like two
That's
games
bad.
on Steam.
Well, I have far too many games on Steam. But for me, this game, check it out. Watch videos. It is the soundtrack's incredible too. It's a fun game to play that just it's relaxing. You can't even understand. Like it's incredible, relaxing too.
That's a
So
great game.
that's my app of the week.
Okay, so I was kind of torn between two apps this week, but I think I'm gonna go with the first one. This week my app of the week is Logic Pro.
Oh,
You might
okay.
be like, Quasi, that's a $200 app, and you won't spend $7 on Gronk. Well, Adam, did you know
It's a fun
that
time.
Logic Pro is free for 90 days? Did you know that?
Oh,
I didn't know that until like 2 days ago. Logic Pro will be getting my money in 90 days.
really?
Like
That
100%.
it's a one time too,
Yeah,
which is like
it's
almost
it's
not.
like GarageBand, but it's so much better than GarageBand.
Would you
And
say it would replace your DaVinci Resolve?
Logic Pro is for making music.
Oh,
No, it
no,
cannot
I got it
replace
mixed up.
DaVinci Resolve.
You know
Final
what?
Cut Pro is
Final Cut. Sorry.
also going to be getting my money later this year. But that's when we get sponsors, because I'm not gonna just go out the back end and pay for that. Final Cut Pro is $300.
One time.
It's $300 though.
Because everybody else is like
That's like
SAS, software
that's like
service.
70% of the cost of my plane ticket. Like
How
you
was
gotta
it in
understand.
California, by the way?
I haven't gone yet. I'm going
Oh,
this
you haven't
weekend.
gone.
Yeah,
This weekend.
I'll
Okay,
be there
okay.
until Tuesday. So
Which part, if you don't mind me asking?
Sacramento.
Ooh. That's
Yeah, my
like
family's moving there.
that's a really good part of California. I was in San
I
Diego.
sure hope so.
Wonderful. Oh, it is. Like I've been told that's a great spot. I mean, it's a the view is fantastic and oh, it's so nice.
You know what's really a great spot?
What?
Cupertino. Did you know it hasn't rained in Cupertino since 2009?
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow. How close are you to Cupertino from
I
there?
have no clue,
You need to go. You
but
have to
I
go
definitely
to
do
their
need to go.
Apple store at Apple Park. That's like the best one you've ever seen in your life. I have not done it because I was so far. I was like over 3 hours away. I mean, that's a
Mm.
lot of commitment for me. But for you, that could be closer. I don't know. If you do go, we have to like FaceTime and record that and like put that in the podcast because that experience would be great. Any case, I know this is a little bit longer episode. I apologize for second for it because it's what we do. It's what we love doing. It's so
Yeah,
fun. So, is there any final comments, Quasi, for this week's text news or in general for the podcast or whatever?
I have a jar of peanut butter right here. This has nothing to do with tech, but I have a jar of peanut butter.
Oh, and it's creamy, the better one.
Dude,
I
I
like
don't
cream.
understand why anyone would ever get chunky.
It's not the taste
It's the
because that
texture.
works. It's the texture. That's how I say it. There are certain
I
things in
can't do it.
life for me where it's like where for food, your body, your mind, and everything just knows this is how it should be, right? Like I can't stand when there is nuts in like food that it shouldn't be like a salad with nuts. Come on, why will people do that stuff? Oh, stop it.
Or like
Ah,
mashed potatoes with raisins, or mac and
that's a
cheese with
thing.
raisins. I've seen some crazy stuff on the internet.
Did you call the cops when you seen that? 'Cause that's like
I actually did
abuse.
file a complaint. I sent it to my local police department, and I was like, I feel like I've been
SWAT
assaulted.
came to annihilate the situation.
And they were like, "There's nothing we could do about this." But it was funny that I sent it to them. That was a
Now, if
fun
they're feeding it
experience.
to a child, that in itself is child abuse.
I definitely
Raisins
was.
and mashed potatoes. What? And
Mm-hmm.
mac and cheese. Now, there's
Mm-hmm.
no business on earth for this. Seriously,
Oh, I know.
who's done this? Do you know the people who've done this?
No, they were
Mashed
on the
potato?
internet, and they had
Was it with gravy or without gravy?
it was without gravy. But here's the thing, Adam. That's what made me think that people of your complexion could not cook. That's really did it for me. Like it was a stereotype before that, and then I saw that, and I was like, you know what? Maybe the stereotypes are true. You know what I mean? Like it was very concerning to me.
I Oh, that is awful. What other food combination have you found that's treacherous?
Um, huh. There's probably a few, but you just put me on the spot. Like,
I did. I really did.
my sister used to eat cottage cheese with jelly, and she would like make a sandwich out of it. I don't know how I felt about that. I did not
I like
like
those
that at
two
all.
separately, but not together. One thing my dad would do, still does, is beef stew with cottage cheese.
Ew.
Sounds like a really bad combination, but trust me, it actually works. I don't know how, but it does. Uh, but it's my mom. My mom used to drink milk with ice.
That's not crazy.
That is very crazy. You know
I mean,
what?
it's gonna be watered down if you don't drink it
Take the
fast. But
milk, put it into the fridge, makes it cold.
I was assuming that your fridge wasn't making it cold enough. That's why you got to put ice in it.
There's no reason because ice will water it down. There's no need for that. I
Or
when it
if you get
comes
the
to
little
like
metallic ice cubes, I
if
heard
if
those are
I
really
get
good.
a pop from a like Berkey or whatever, I'll put ice in. You know why? It comes out cold every single time. Every time. In ice, guess what? Now you have less pop. Not doing that. Watered down Pepsi or Coke. Who
It's
wants
not that
that?
big of a difference.
It's a
Let me
huge
check.
difference.
Okay.
Oh, it's huge. Because you know what they do? Like if you had them put the ice in it for you, 2000% of that is ice. Right?
Who you telling? I ordered Popeyes 3 times this week or this past week, right? I ordered the small drink, I ordered the medium drink, and I ordered the large drink. Tell me why there was a large amount of ice in each of these.
Yes. More ice
Dude,
in
there was more ice than my drink. Oh my,
yes.
it actually gets on my nerves. Because what do I need that much ice for?
There's no reason unless you just broke your ankle and need some ice. Like
I'm
that's about
saying,
it.
it's like that's my thing now. If I ever break, so like if I ever like bump my head really hard and I know I'm gonna need an ice pack, I just ordered food because you know the drink is gonna come 90% ice. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going over time.
No, this is the best part. You know, like they used to do a Genius Bar, they call it the idiot bar or whatever. We should do that too. We go off the rails in the last part. But I actually love that concept. It was great.
Okay.
Ah, speaking of that, here's a question for you. Philosophical question for you. If your shoe lace on one foot gets untied, you have to tie your shoe, right?
Right.
Do you feel the need that you have to untie the
You gotta untie the
and
other one.
also
100%. 100% of the time.
so they're both the same
They gotta
thing?
be tight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
100%
crazy.
of the time. 100%.
It's why is that the case?
Why would I
You
want
have
my
to.
left ankle to be more freshly tight than the right ankle? You know what I mean?
I hate that.
It just doesn't make sense.
I'm the same exact way. Oh, so it's not just me.
Yeah, no, that's a necessity.
That's something I do all the time that people don't think about too often, but it's such a great. Yeah, you have to do that. Okay,
Okay.
so we should probably stop it there before we get too crazy. We might do this again though. I think we should do this again. This is actually
Okay.
really fun.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I was enjoying that.
me too. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching again. I really appreciate it. We'll try to include more tech next week too. We had kind of a light week, but not really a spicy
Yeah.
content, I would say for sure. Went off the rails a little bit, though. It's okay. Um, please follow us on each platform. We're on YouTube as well. Don't forget that. We're on
Guys, they're
all the
all in
major.
the description. Look in the
Yes,
description.
we put it there. So please make sure that you like and subscribe and follow. Tell your friends and family about it too. Even your pastor, because we don't like to, discriminate. Just go anywhere you can to share the news. Um, please let us know if you have any comments or questions. And the Ask OM Team Discord, we'll bring that up too if it's appropriate and we find it worth doing. Thanks everybody again. Any last comments, Gracie, before we stop it?
Oh, I gotta give a shout out to my dad.
Okay.
29 years in the military, and he just had his retirement ceremony yesterday.
Oh,
Huge shout out to my dad. I appreciate you serving this country. You inspired me to
congratulations.
do the same, and I love you, Dad. So
Yeah, thank you for your service if he's listening. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
he does constantly listen. He's been a huge supporter. So I
Wonderful.
appreciate you, Dad.
Okay. Thanks everyone. Until next week. See you later.
Yep. Adios.